He's a big old lad, isn't he? And that 6 pints of milk won't have helped either.
No.
Full fat.
But that totally messed up his East Coast, whatever it is, alliance with Tyler and Andrew. That really threw a spanner in the works. And when Peter won that veto, if Peter had used the veto on Topaz, that would have saved Peter, Topaz, and the only person left to put up would have been Andrew. And Andrew would have been evicted.
If only someone would put Andrew up.
And then it would have been an even playing field, because it would have been Emmett Gillian versus Peter Topaz, and just Tyler floating around being an attention-seeking bore as usual.
I kind of liked Andrew when he was first on the show, because he was like a rogue sort of player. Yeah. He had no alliance. And then once he got his game together, it's like, I can't stand you.
Do you know what the problem with him is? He's got really big-headed. Like, he thinks he's the shit. He proper thinks he's going to win it. No one is going to vote for him in that jury house. No one likes him. He's just like AJ, but without the jokes, basically. Don't you think?
He will avenge AJ, and he's been doing so ever since.
Yeah, by being useless. So yeah, basically Topaz goes to Peter, please save me, and then Emmett had a little word in his ear, and then that was it. Peter messed it up. And even Gillian went in the diary room, and she said, Peter's so stupid, he could have had Topaz on his side and all that. So she was laughing in his face, basically.
Well, he deserves it, doesn't he?
The Shield.
The Shield.
More. Even the Quack Pack outlasted the bloody Shield.
Quack Pack was solid to the end. Apart from the fact Brittany was too ashamed to say the name of it.
Yeah, I don't blame her. So the next HOH was the chicken egg task.
Yeah.
We thought Peter was going to win
because he's got skinny hands. Fingers.
Yeah. But what do you know? Gillian won again. Zzz. I'm sick of her winning everything. Aren't you?
She's a good player.
She's smug. Yeah. Then there was a bit of back and forth because Tyler was annoyed about Emmett nominating her, and she had a little strop and had a little, hissy fit about it. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Roll eyes doesn't translate on podcast.
Well, there's only one. It's obvious if someone mentions Tyler, they're obviously roll-eyesing, aren't they?
Well, yeah. She's all arms, isn't she?
Yeah, I suppose she is. And also, when she goes in the HOH room or the diary room,
oh God,
it's like she sits there for a minute, like a rabbit in the headlights, like hi, hi, and then rises like, okay, so you're nominating who, and like
that's just an act.
I know, it's like, oh God, she just gets on my nerves.
Anyway, here's an amusing side story.
Oh, yeah.
The have-not competition, when they're in that bath rubbing the soap on each other's legs.
Oh, yeah. There was some good strategy in that.
There was some good strategy, but more than that, it looked like Emmett was wanking Peter off, didn't it?
Yeah. If you got the editing, I mean, if that was our version, they'd edit that in such a way that you actually,
you'd just see the wanking off and they wouldn't tell you it was the have-not competition.
On our one, they have competitions every day and they never mean a single thing. And sometimes they do and they don't even bother to tell you what. So
it'd just be like, Emmett and
Peter is wanking off.
Emmett and Peter are in the garden. They wouldn't even tell you what was going on.
In a bath together for no reason.
I bet there's a good gif going around of that. But we can't check the social media, so we don't know. But I bet there's a good old gif going around of that. Yeah, but they were using rubbing it on the shorts strategy.
It was a good strategy.
And then Andrew was like, "Oh, how did you do it? How did you do it?" Because he was getting pissy because he'd just been rubbing it on Tyler's skinny little leg, as if that's going to get it.
He thinks he's King Dingaling.
Oh no, like, as if they almost cheated. It's like
even better to do it on someone's leg would be to use their hair, get their hair wet.
Yeah, that's a
and then
idea.
Do you know what I mean? Anything.
Or even their back. You need a big surface area, not a little leg like that.
Or like Andrew, you could use his hairy, God knows what, ass crack. Sorry.
So the have-nots had to watch a 10-minute compilation of Gillian and Emmett kissing.
It seems to fly by.
And then Tyler refused to do any of the chores that she was meant to do, and Andrew just did it for him. Then Emmett and Peter had dinner together. Peter had chicken nug-nugs as usual.
Oh, I hope they're not talking strategy out there.
Yeah, but Peter goes, "Hey ladies, I'm easy to please." Yeah, because all the ladies want to go to a restaurant and have someone order chicken nuggets.
Well, yeah. Hey, where do you want to go for dinner? TGI Fridays.
And Emma had a pint of chocolate milk. I know someone else who liked chocolate milk, but that was in Big Brother Australia. Remember that guy who's like, "Where's the chocolate milk?" And he went in a big strop with Big Brother about the chocolate milk.
Have a crack up.
He got put in the naughty corner.
we got someone on our celebrity version called John McCruick, the horse racing commentator. And he had a 6-week meltdown over Diet Coke.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I can't see Diet Coke anymore without thinking of him.
Had to switch to Pepsi Max.
Then there was a really good bit of strategizing. This was good flim flam. They actually had me believing it when Peter called to Emmett in the dark like that. Hey, Emmett. Like when that person was talking about Dan, but it was actually to Dan. Hey, this is Dan. Anyway, I digress. And now this is where I start to get confused, because when the numbers go low, I can't work out the strategy. But anyway, this is, to correct me if I'm wrong, this is what he seemed to be saying to Emmett. If you put Peter... Oh, shit. I can't explain it.
Just say some words and we'll fish the rest out afterwards.
Anyway, Peter was saying, don't put me up. Put Andrew and Tyler up. Because if you put Peter and one of them up, if one of them takes themselves off, Gillian's only option would be to put Emmett up. Right. That was what Peter was saying.
Is that real talk?
That's what he was saying to Emmett. And it seemed to make sense. It seemed to fly what he was saying.
Right.
Right. Now, Emmett went back and told Gillian that, and Gillian was like, okay, whatever. And she seemed to be going along with it. But do you remember who she put up?
No, I don't.
Well, let me tell you. She put Peter and Andrew up.
So that only leaves her, Emmett, on the back door. So she's got to control that.
No, she got Tyler on the back door as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but she said, Tyler, I can't put you up because you're just too cute to put up. Mm. That is total flim-flam if ever I've heard it.
That means she thinks she can beat Tyler.
Yeah. Then she goes in the diary room and she goes, Emmett and I aren't on the same page at the moment, but I know what I'm doing. I'm not just a stupid girl. In other words, she's seen that Emmett's got his Peter thing in his back pocket.
Oh, yeah?
And she's lining up the Tyler thing in her back pocket. That's what I think.
Have you noticed also how, I forget what segment of the show it's on, I think it's when they evict them, when they kick them out, and they do the speeches to say, hey, if you're watching this now, they play the Brokeback Mountain music. Have you noticed that?
I noticed you say it. Is it true?
There's a lot of homosexual subtext to this show. You got Marsha.
Did you notice? Yeah, Marsha's just a gay man, basically. Did you notice Alec in his final week just started wearing slogan t-shirts like Mike Boogie, like he'd never worn them at all, and suddenly it was just slogan t-shirts and go-go.
Well, he had to play catch-up, didn't he?
Sorry, Mum was the last one that he wore.
Yeah.
It was really weird. But anyway, this is what I'm saying. Gillian is now playing her own game. She saw Emmett fuck with their alliance, so now she's fucking with her alliance. And Andrew, at the very end, he was like, I'm going to kick some ass. No, you're not, because you're too fat. What do you think?
He's fat, but he's not that fat.
Who do you want to win now?
I'm not really bothered.
I want Emmett or Peter.
Long until Emmett gets that dagger in his back?
No, we want Emmett to do Gillian over, don't we?
Well, yeah. But I think Gillian will get there first, don't you? But hang on, this isn't even with much time.
No.
To talk about the great... amazing.
Canada.
What on earth could happen at Chevrolet Power Shift?
Canada gets to choose a juror to go back in. Now, let's look at the options. AJ. Gary. Topaz. Alec. Is that it? Who else is there?
I think that is it, yeah.
Is that really it?
Yeah, because AJ was the first juror.
That can't be it. Serious? Yeah. Who should we put back in out of those? AJ, Gary, Alec,
AJ.
So yeah, Gary's going back in, but he's not going back until Thursday, and you're working. Then we're not going to get to see it for we're not going to get to talk about it for ages. We're not going to get to see it for ages.
We'll get. That's Martian. I know. Gary. That's homophobic.
No, it isn't, because Gary talks like that too, and I heard Suzette do that.
Can Suzette go back? She's not a juror.
No, she's not a juror. No.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
Is Gary going to be eligible to
Will
win?
Gary have been watching tapes?
Nah, will he fuck? This is why they've not shown any of
We've seen that. They said they were going to show us Jury House.
yeah, and they didn't.
And they haven't.
This is why they've not shown us any Jury House, because God knows what they've been doing in jury. But this is why they couldn't show it, because of this, isn't it? Is Gary going to be eligible to win? I don't think so. And even if he is, I don't think people will vote for him to win, because he's not been in there the whole time.
Of course he's going to be eligible. What's the point to put someone back in? Unless you're telling me they're going back in to do a task.
No, they sounded like they were going back in proper. But
they're going back in.
Trouble is, Gary's got no alliance now. Who could he team up with?
I don't know, but he'd have to work fast. Yeah. But if anyone can do it, Gary can do it, that's for sure.
He needs to team up with Peter, don't you think?
Peter's got no spine.
Peter's got no one. All he's got is pasty skin and chicken nuggets.
You need Gary, Peter, and
Tala.
And Emmett.
Oh, that would be good. Get rid of Ginny.
And the only way that can happen is Ginny needs to make some Chevrolet reverse manoeuvre.
Yeah, reverse that bitch out of the house. She's getting on my tits.
Yeah, run her over in your Chevrolet SRV. What is it? SUV? SRV?
It's just the way she smiles, like, oh, sorry, I stabbed you in the back. Oh, sorry, I was lying. Smile. Arrgh. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing Gary go back in there. I'm looking forward to see Andrew pissed off about it. And I'm looking forward to seeing them all pissed off about it, basically. And I want Gary to win.
Right.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Although a bit like Rachel winning.
It's a bit unfair, yeah. But hey, there's been so much skullduggery this season. There's been so many twists and twixes, hasn't there? Let's be honest.
Twixes?
Yeah, twist, fix.
Yeah, they had a good few Snickers in there as well.
But yeah, we're looking forward to seeing Gary go back in, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we love glitter.
Imagine if HA did go back in. It would be so messed up.
That would be good.
That would be rubbish, because he's teaming up with Andrew. Can you imagine?
Yeah, well, at least they'd always have a porn line around spare.
A what? Oh, a porn. Oh, what was he? King of the prawns?
No, he was an R-rated porn star.
What a douche. Anyway, vote Gary. Keep voting, because I think there's still time. And we'll be back next week to discuss these matters and more. Yes, and more. Big shout out to our second favourite podcast on Big Brother Canada, the Rob Has a Podcast one. Yeah. We're obviously the leaders. We're the second best, but... No, first the worst, second the best. So the one with the hairy chest. Yeah. Cheers, thanks for listening. Bye. Bye.